Kamala's really breaking these people's brains, huh?
Again, this sort of stuff is for stupid people. It is economic policy that was dropped on its head as a baby. And yet Wall Street seems to be willing to dump money on her. Why? And the answer is because Wall Street is always trying to get in bed with the person they think is most powerful. The thing to understand about Wall Street is that one of the great failures of Wall Street and of big business in general, they are not capitalist by nature. They are profit-seeking. There is a difference.
Did you know this, John? Is this real? They're not capitalists, they're profit-seeking. There's a very big difference. Ben Shapiro will explain it to us, okay?
Profit-seeking means that you will find money wherever it lies. So if the best way to make a profit as a business is to get in bed with corrupt Democrats, you'll do it. You'll rig the system for your own benefit if you can make a profit. A capitalistic company is one that will not do those things.
Oh, really?
If you are a
Where is that? Where is that in the capitalist doctrine?
Capitalist, you say, I'm not interested in getting in bed with the government because I know that whenever anyone gets in bed with the government, they end up getting screwed. That's the nature of the bargain.
Is that real?
And we don't want the government picking winners and losers, but that's not what a lot of Wall Street does. A lot of Wall Street is perfectly willing to get in bed with the government so long as it benefits their firm at the expense of all the other firms, which is corporatism. It is not capitalism. And then when that system inevitably falls on its face because the government is bad at picking winners and losers, when those bubbles always burst, capitalism gets blamed. It's one of the perversities of the way that our system of government works under a mixed economy.
Guys, can you stop insulting my favorite financial system? Stop. My favorite economic system. Stop insulting it. You know, it's not that bad, actually. And all the things I think that are bad about it are actually not about it. It's something else that I don't like. This is just free market fan fiction at this point.
Mixed economy meaning free.
What is this? Did grocery store chains take advantage of COVID shortages to raise prices? FTC says yes. Largest grocery store chains exploited product shortages. This is from, actually this is from earlier this year in March. During the pandemic by raising prices significantly more than needed to cover their added costs and continue to reap excessive profits, according to FTC report. The grocery giants also used their marketing power and leverage to widen their advantage over smaller competitors. According to a report titled Feeding America in a Time of Crisis. As the pandemic illustrated, a major shock to the supply chain have cascading effects on consumers, including the prices they pay for groceries. FTC Chair Lina Khan said in a statement, the FTC report examining the U.S. grocery supply chains, also shout out to Lina Khan, fucking based. The FTC report examining U.S. grocery store supply chains finds that dominant firms use this moment to come out ahead at the expense of their competitors and the communities they serve. Corporations benefiting themselves and their shareholders and not the American people? Sorry, this chatter. Look at this. Y'all need to find someplace else. USA is God's land. Kamabala. Oh my god, dude. We must investigate, like, the white missionary brain. We must investigate it, dude, okay? Wait till this guy finds out about Jerusalem. Ooh. Surely no fighting ever occurred on God's land, ever. The Crusades, what's that? Surely America was not founded on a separation of church to state and the divine right to rule. Nah, must be the wind. Oh my God. It must be so nice to be that stupid, though. To know nothing and be so sure that you're right. Oh. Really makes me warm inside. In 2021, food and beverage retailer revenue increased to more than 6% above their total cost compared with a peak of 5.6% in 2015, the FTC report says. And during the first 3 quarters of 2023, profits increased further, with sales topping costs by 7%. This casts doubt on assertions that rising prices at the grocery store are simply moving in lockstep with retailers' own rising costs. You know, it must have been a coincidence that the prices rise at the same times that the profits rose. That is a coincidence, guys. This is commie propaganda, bread lines, starvation diets, etc., etc. Okay, do not fall for it. This is, you know what this is, guys? This is propaganda. This is disinfo. Yeah, we're on that. Food Marketing Institute, which represents large food retailers and wholesalers, would not comment on the report, saying it needs more time to review the findings. National Grocers Association, which represents smaller independent food retailers, praised the study. This study confirms Denims, those were the bad ones. Those were the profit seekers, not the capitalists, which are good and would never hurt us ever. You're so right, King. It's so stupid of me. Sorry, I'm not as smart as Ben Shapiro, obviously. I don't talk as fast, so. Where were we? Yes. The study confirms what independent grocers and their customers experience firsthand. Dominant national chains or so-called power buyers are abusing their immense economic power to the detriment of competition and American consumers. NGA CEO Greg Ferrera said in a statement. The report stems largely from orders the FTC issued in 2021 for 9 large firms, including Walmart, Kroger, Procter & Gamble, Tyson Foods, to provide detailed information about their business practices. But the profit margin data came from publicly available grocery retail patterns. It's not clear to what extent it applies to those companies. Separately, the FTC is challenging Kroger's proposed acquisition of Albertsons, which is crazy, by the way. Like that Kroger even tried it for half a second, saying the merger would decrease grocery store competition and hike prices for consumers. How did COVID affect food prices during the pandemic? Products such as toilet paper, meat, milk, and hand sanitizer were often in short supply. Grocery companies blamed supply chain bottlenecks in the U.S. and overseas, resulting from sharp demand spikes during lockdowns, as well as COVID-related worker absences at factories, warehouses, and ports. Inflation more broadly hit a 40-year high of 9.1% in mid-2022, but has recently slowed to about 3% as product and labor supply shortages have eased. FTC reports suggest that grocery companies were also price gouging customers. Study found that big food retailers imposed strict delivery requirements, threatened fines if they didn't comply, that widened their advantage over smaller rivals that may create an opportunity for some firms to entrench their power, explored whether to build their own manufacturing capacity or buy producers. By consolidating already concentrated markets such as mergers could harm smaller competitors, the study said. Yeah. Yeah. But please, Ben Shapiro, tell me more.
In bed with the government, so long as it benefits their firm at the expense of all the other firms, which is corporatism. It is not capitalism. And then when that system inevitably falls on its face, because the government is bad at picking winners and losers, when those bubbles always burst, capitalism gets blamed. It's one of the perversities of the way that our system of government works under a mixed economy. Mixed economy meaning free market for some parts and government sponsored, subsidized, and run for other parts.
Of course. Real capitalism simply has never been tried before, guys, okay? And as a final resting statement, Kamala Harris 2024, chosen by God to save America. My dude, thank you for the 18 months. Thank you, thank you. In the words of Noam Chomsky, capitalism wouldn't survive 5 minutes. We have a state capitalism system with the state playing a substantial role in the economic development, production, research, even bailouts, keep the private sector alive. Yeah. Yep. 100% correct. Oh, hi, Salty Sandals. Hi. It's just a total joke. It's just a... Here is a graph comparing these food and beverage prices increases to other type of retail through the pandemic. One thing that's been notable about grocery stores during the pandemic is that their earning behavior has been empirically different from the rest of retail. Whereas margins in other retail popped fast and came back down, grocery margins slowly rose and have stayed stubbornly high. Yeah, so the short version of this, just so you guys understand, is that yes, COVID did in fact cause supply chains to get totally fucking boned. And yes, things did get a little bit more expensive to produce. Is Kamal alive yet? No, there's some like other guy talking right now. What was I saying? Right, yeah. Yes, this stuff did increase because, yeah, you have a lot of people that can't show up to work because they have COVID. People not showing up to work means less things are getting produced, less things are getting shipped, less things are being put on grocery shelves. Things are going to get more expensive when you have less labor available to you. Makes total sense, 100%. But now that unemployment is back to what it was pre-COVID, the exact thing that happened to other retail, where it went up and then it came back down, should have happened to grocery store, food, and beverage retail. The thing is, because groceries are an inelastic good, aka because you need them to live, you don't necessarily need sneakers to live. You need food and water to live. There's no option. There's no like opting out of needing nutrients, right? Grocery stores hiked the prices up and they were like, oh, people are still paying these prices. Well, what if we just kept them here? What if we just didn't send them back down? Huh? Okay, because you can't choose, oh, groceries are too expensive. I will simply photosynthesize now. You can't just fucking do that. You can do that with other retail, which is precisely what happened.
Of serfdom will feed you.
COVID hit and a lot of people pulled back on luxury goods and other expenditures. Oh, money is tight because we lost jobs, because we can't go to work, because restaurants closed down. Okay, well, no more excessive expenditures. No more trips or vacations. No more concerts. Not that concerts were even open. No more like random stuff that I don't need, right? Like my 10th Blahaj plushie. Okay, I don't need that. Prices shoot back down afterward because, oh, wait, we can't just charge exorbitant prices for these goods. People can choose to not get them. Why would the grocery stores lower their prices? What, out of the goodness of their heart? They're like, guys, people need food and water to survive. We should lower the prices. What the fuck? What? It's even also on the business side because I run a restaurant and a 40-pound case of chicken wholesale cost me $40 to $45 pre-COVID and now it's $80 to $85. Yeah. And why wouldn't they keep charging the expensive price? For what reason would they lower it?